Amelia? Today you'll be coming over here, right? That'll be perfect for me. So, do you mind buying some bread on your way over? Seems that we ran out of all our white bread, so we'll need some more. LOL.
Huh? Angie? Are you at your parents' house right now?
And what if I am? This is my house after all, so being here is only natural. And right now my husband is away, so I decided to come back to my home so that I didn't get too lonely.
Is that so? I'll ask Dustin if we can stop somewhere so that he can pick up the bread you want.
Huh? I asked your selfish butt to take care of getting the bread, didn't I?
What? But we're on the road right now and we're almost there.
I'm not really keeping up with your guy's life or anything, but I do know you have a little package in your belly. LOL. But you should still be able to buy that bread for me. Next month you'll be having your baby, and so I'm sure you're not allowed to carry heavy things right now, though. LOL.
Bread? Heavy? Okay. And also the baby's already here.
Huh?
We ended up having our baby a bit sooner than the expected due date, and so today we are planning on coming there to show everyone the baby.
Huh? I never heard anything about this, though. Did you end up hiding all of this from me, you idiot?
About that. I know that you really don't like kids, so Dustin said we should wait for things to calm down a bit so that you don't get too upset with us. That's why we kept you out of the loop.
Shut up. You think you can just hide things from me because you're some dog? You need to stop screwing around, you idiot.
Angie, I'm not going to forgive you for that. I've told the police about this and will take you to court to sue you, so you'd better get prepared.
Huh? What are you going on about now? I have no idea what that all means. What do you mean you're going to sue me? I didn't do a dang thing.
You have no reason to be saying that now. When I brought my baby over to see their grandparents after we had only just gotten out of the hospital a few days ago, you came up to me screaming that you're supposed to have your baby first, and then you punched me. You getting sued is what has to happen now.
What? You're upset about that? I had to do it because you screwed around too much. It's your fault for keeping the birth of your child from me, so you're the one who should be blamed. You came here acting all high and mighty right in front of my face, which pretty much meant you were asking for a punch to the face. LOL.
I can't believe this. If I'd known you were actually going to be at your parents', I would have never come today.
Whenever I choose to be at my parents' house has nothing to do with you. And it's your fault for not asking before you both got on the road.
But even still, that doesn't mean you punch me for it. Especially when I'm carrying my daughter in my arms. If you've got a problem with me that you can't deal with properly, then you handle it when my baby isn't around. But to be honest, there is never a reason to be punching another person over something like this. You didn't even talk to me about any of this, instead choosing to just punch me without me knowing why.
You talk too much. Who the hell do you think you are? Are you trying to be a dog by having a baby before your sister-in-law? I can't just sit here and let a freak that can't follow the rules get away with something like that without getting beat up.
You're definitely never getting my forgiveness for any of this.
What are we going to do then? LOL. Should I be worried that the family idiot might try and do something to me anytime soon? LOL. It's not even like what happened is anything to even be that upset about. LOL.
You punched me in the face and sent me into the wall while I had my daughter in my arms, where she almost smacked her head on the wall.
And so what, Amelia? LOL. It's perfectly fine for someone like you to get punched every once in a while, right? LOL.
Andrew, can we talk right now?
If it isn't Amelia, what's going on? The last time I was able to see you was just after you had your baby. And ever since then, I've been wondering about you. This is your first time having a baby, so I'm sure you're getting tired out by now, right? Yeah, if you have anything you need help with, just let me know and I'll be right over.
Thank you, Andrew. Actually, I do have something to ask of you.
Oh, alright. What is it? If you need me to go out and get you groceries or something like that, I'll be around every day.
Actually, I'm on my way to the hospital right now. Dustin is taking care of the baby right now, and I'd like you to grab my purse and things and bring them to me. And since you're my brother and all, I thought you'd be up to the task.
Huh? You're being taken to the hospital? Was there a crash? Are you doing okay?
I'm going to be looked at by the doctor right now, and I'll tell you all about what happened later, okay?
Alright. I'll head out right now, so just hang tight for a bit. Amelia, are you okay not having to be admitted? He took a bullet to the head, right? I think you staying in there a bit longer to be looked over is a good idea.
Andrew, the doctor told me already that I'll be fine. Also, I have to get back to caring for my daughter, so I don't have time to just sit around.
You really are one hell of a mother, huh? But if you're not doing well yourself, how are you going to be able to take care of your kid? Please don't overdo it, okay? You were already moving around a lot at the hospital as well, and while in the bed, you ended up falling asleep from being so tired that I didn't even catch all your story. Can you tell me what all went down?
Well, before I tell you about all that, I have one more thing to ask from you.
Oh? What's that? I'll do anything for you.
I'm sorry, but this doesn't have anything to do with helping out with my baby. I'd like you to become my lawyer. There aren't many lawyers around that I can rely on like you, and so this time I'd like to have you be there for me in court. I'm sorry for having to ask this from you.
Don't worry, I'll be your lawyer no matter what happened. But the important things that I need to know about relate to that injury you got. Wasn't from an accident, was it?
Right, actually, today I took my baby to my in-laws so that they could see her face for the first time, and while holding her in my arms, I was punched by my sister-in-law. And when I think back on that, she used all her strength in that punch. She hit me so hard, it sent me back into the wall, almost hurting my girl in the impact. I made sure to do anything to care for her safety and used all my body to shield her. And when I woke up from everything, I was getting moved out of the house by the EMTs.
What? What the hell? What the hell was she thinking when she did that to my little sister and niece?
It's lucky that my baby didn't end up getting injured, and I came out of it not in too bad of shape. But because of how hard she punched me in the face, I have a black eye and a slight concussion, as well as some bad bruising on my back and arms.
What is wrong with her? I will not allow this. Wait, what about Dustin? What did he end up doing when that happened? The fact that this just happened to you and I never heard a thing from him yet, something's going on here that I don't like.
Dustin has always been on my side, Andrew. And for the longest time, him and his older sister have always been at odds. And I think because of the hate they have for one another, she used that against me today. She's done this before to him, punching him and all that. So I should have expected something.
Punching your own little brother all the time is already messed up.
Actually, when I asked her why she did this to me, she said she didn't do anything wrong. And then proceeded to blame it all on me. Saying that I'm a dog and a freak. Thinking that I'd get some sort of an apology from her after that was my bad.
Don't say that. What was she thinking, punching you when you only just gave birth and you were carrying your baby in your arms? There's no way she's getting away with that. Amelia, leave this to me. I'll make sure that anyone that finds it okay to hurt people, let alone you, finds themselves regretting their actions behind bars. She's going to right back to hell where she belongs.
Thank you, Andrew. When something like this happens, what should I do? I'm sure trying to stay away from her is the best choice, right?
I would never ask you to go anywhere near her after something like this, but we're going to need more evidence of her violent tendencies. and it's best to have a lot of evidence in court. I'll make sure to use your guys' texts as well as evidence. And I want you to start getting any other evidence that you might see as useful when we take her to court. Maybe go back to her another time and record the whole situation that unfolds. Just make sure that if things get dangerous, you run away this time.
Alright, I'll try my best. I'll make sure to leave my daughter at her grandparents' house and that nothing happens to her.
And I'll make sure to protect you both. I'm already pretty riled up as it is, but for the time being, you should take some time off to rest and relax. Then after that, we'll need all your strength to get the evidence that will win the court case. Just make sure you're ready for anything from her. I'll be over tomorrow as well to check up on you again.
Angie, hello. Just as I told you yesterday, I've gotten myself a lawyer. And so with that, I'll make sure to crush you. I want you to be ready for when that day comes.
Why would I be preparing for that? You're a freaking idiot! LOL! Stupid dogs like you always try to make yourselves look all big and tough, don't you? LOL. You're probably nothing but talk right now. LOL. And how could you even get a lawyer when you have no money right now? LOL. Do you not understand how much it'll cost you to take me to court? And without evidence, things won't end in your favor. LOL. But I guess some people are too far gone to be helped, huh? LOL.
Angie, why do you have to go so far to treat me like that? I know that for a long time now you've had things against me, but you've never even talked to me before because you hated me so much.
Well, I went to a far better university than my dunce brother, and I ended up marrying an elite. So, I have the right to pick on all of you lowlifes. You, on the other hand, came from nowhere with nothing but a high school diploma, and your parents are nowhere to be found, right? You and I are nothing alike. And like I've said before, you're a dog, and I'm your master. However, at some point along the way, you started to hide things from me, and now I've had to step up my game for your actions. Do you see now why I have to be extreme with you?
Well, if you've been trying to put me back down, you've already shown me that by what you did the other day. But to be honest, I don't even remember hiding anything from you, Angie.
Really? Are you really saying that right now? This is the reason that I hate talking to idiots like you all the time. Listen, you hiding from me that you had your baby before I could have mine is just bullcrap. There is an order to things in this world, and yet you seem to have never learned that. Did you not learn back in preschool about all of that? You have to follow the order, right? This is the reason you're like a dog, you freak!
I can't do this. You've been married for 5 years now, and the reason you still haven't had a baby of your own is because you and that elite husband of yours don't get along too well anymore, right? And also your husband is overseas right now, correct? So the two of you can't even find the chance to make a baby right now. So I don't get why you think I need to wait for you guys when you're taking so long.
Shut the hell up! It's your fault for not following the order and doing everything without my permission! Even with all the disrespect you've shown me, I'd expect a simple apology from you.
I'm sorry, Angie. I was just in the hospital, and so I didn't get back to responding to you. For some reason, I was punched in the head yesterday, and so I wanted to get some tests done to make sure that I wasn't going to be fine.
You're being way too over the top by going to the hospital for some small punch. And leaving me on red for so long really shows just how horrible a person you are. I think it's time I really start to teach you how to be a proper human.
I've been thinking about this for a bit now, but I think you're making a mistake calling me a freaking idiot and a dog. I'm aware that my parents passed away a while back, and that I only went as far as to finish high school, as well as being supported by my brother. But when did I ever tell you? I think you need to look in the mirror before you begin to talk to me like that.
There's no point in trying to act tough now. LOL. I knew all of those things about you without the need to have you open your mouth. I was there when you had your brother around before you married, and he told me everything about you too. You were just too embarrassed to tell me about all that. And rightfully so, LOL. I'd be embarrassed too if I ended up with only a high school diploma and no parents around to help me anymore, LOL. And in Dustin's case, he always avoids me, so I was never able to learn about this stuff from him, LOL. Wait, but could your brother have lied to me? Maybe he was just trying to make you look good when really you dropped out of high school, LOL. If that's the case, then I can completely understand you being as stupid as you are, LOL.
I get it. That's where all of this started. Even though I never told you that my educational background is higher than Dustin's, you took what my brother said as the only truth.
Huh?
I already knew about the way you treated your brother when it came to his education, so I didn't want to start anything between us. That's why I never said anything to you about where I graduated from. As far as my brother telling you, I'm sure he was joking around at the time. And as far as my brother telling you, I'm sure he was just joking around at the time. And when it comes to Dustin, he has never cared about people's educational background. So I never even told him the truth in case he one day did accidentally let it out.
You're telling me that you're better than Dustin when it comes to your education?
Well, I know that you said you graduated from a university that's far higher up than that of Dustin's, so don't take this the wrong way. But if you think that's a good enough reason to pick on someone, then I should be the one picking on you. I mean, I graduated from somewhere even better than your school, LOL.
Stop lying to me, you dog! Just because you've had a baby before me doesn't mean you can start acting better than me. Some jerk like you could never have graduated from college, especially one better than the place I came from. You need to go burn in hell. Stop trying to one-up me all the time, you disgusting waste of a woman!
Andrew, I'm starting to get some things from her that can be used as evidence. It seems that Angie really does have something against me. I don't have anything super deep just yet, but I have some things showing that she truly does have it out for my baby and I. I took screenshots of everything, so I think you can use all of this, right? I want to make sure there's enough here so that I can protect my baby and make sure that a woman like her is never able to pick herself back up.
Great work, Amelia. You really got a lot of that done quicker than even I expected. She's going to regret ever thinking it was okay to harm my sister and my niece like that. Anyway, I'd like you to send me all those screenshots in a little bit. Even if we don't have a ton of evidence on everything that's happened, what we do have right now is good enough for me. I'll make sure to make your wish come true, so just hang tight a little while longer.
Is all this crap from some lawyer you're doing?
What is all of this?
I've got things here from the court, and even more things from your lawyer? What the hell is going on here? Did you really end up getting some money to do something? Because it seems that way.
Nice to meet you, Angie. I am one of the lawyers from McDonald's law firm. My name is Andrew. As of right now, all those documents that you've been given is due to the mistreatment of my little sister. And so this time, I'll be acting as her lawyer in this case.
Huh? So you're that idiot's brother that I talked to long ago? So that must make you an idiot as well, right? LOL? I'm not going to let you fool me right now.
Although I am acting as the lawyer for my client, she is still my younger sister. I am not letting you get away with what you did to her. And since you committed the perfect crime, I'm going to make sure you're taken in for it.
Don't you even try to look down on me like that. There's no way a freak like Amelia could actually have a brother that's a lawyer of all things, LOL. I'm surprised to have gotten something from the court, but after thinking about all of this, I can see what's going on here. You must be that dog's secret lover or something. You have been trying all along to act as though you're her older brother, but I can see right through it all now.
Secret lover, huh? I'm sure that if that were the case, you'd be better off. But because I'm her older brother, that'll never happen. So don't even try saying something so disrespectful. My sister is an amazing woman, and she'd never cheat on her husband.
What are you talking about? You're disgusting! If you really are her brother, then why are you working so hard to protect her like you're together with her?
I think you understand the reason why I love my sister enough to do anything for her. The both of us lost our parents in an accident. At that time, we were given all the money from our parents, which let me get into college. But at that time, Amelia was still in high school. And so even though I was working to become a lawyer, I also made sure to play the part of her parent. I worked a full-time job while going to school, and I am so happy that all my work paid off in raising such a beautiful sister. And so, because of that, I can say that I really am in love with my sister more than anyone else, and I am willing to give it all for her.
There's nothing more disgusting than a man who is so in love with his little sister. You both should be fighting each other, not being all in love and everything. I can see now why the both of you are such freaks.
Well, if you think that my definition of love meant something sexual, then that's on you. But what's so wrong with my wanting to love my sister and care for her?
Huh?
In my case, the only family I have left is her. So wouldn't it make sense that all the love I have would go to her and nobody else? So that's why I care for her so much. And the only person that took that as meaning I was for some reason her boyfriend was you. You only try and pick at our lives even more and try to find more reason to treat us like idiots. So we're going back to the main point I was talking about. Due to recent events, you're being taken to court. I think it's best if you get yourself a lawyer soon. Now, I'll talk with you more on all this in the coming days. I don't have the patience anymore to deal with you, or else my head is going to explode. So I'm gonna take a break and let myself cool off.
Stop screwing around, you! What do you mean by take me to court? I haven't done anything wrong! You can't just try suing me for nothing! Right? Are you listening to me right now? Listen to me right now, you freak! Listen to me, you dog! Are you really going to take me to court for my money? I get it now. If you go ahead and stop all of this court crap, I'll give you a small amount of money, and then you should be happy.
Hi, Angie. I was starting to think about texting you here pretty soon, but it seems like you beat me to it, and are still acting like you were better than me. Why is that? Anyway, if you think I'm only in this for the money, you'd be very wrong. There's other things I want taken care of.
Huh? And what's that? I told you that I'd give you some money, and yet you still want more?
I don't really care what you try and do, but I hate you enough now to not hold back from taking you to court. But if you really want to handle all of this outside the courtroom, I want you to not only give me some money, but also apologize to me right in front of all the family. Of course, you'll also be apologizing to your mom and dad, but I want you to apologize to Dustin as well.
Oh, stop that crap, Amelia! You think you can get my parents and family to laugh at me? Why do you think I need to apologize to you?
Seems that you still don't quite get it. Whether we go to court or not, you're going to have to apologize for what you did. After all, you literally hurt me and almost hurt my newborn baby. And so, in that case, the right thing to do is apologize, right? But you seem to not understand that, which means there must have been something wrong with your education.
A dog like you has no right trying to make fun of me, you freak!
Well, I tried telling you how I wanted this all settled out of court, yet you still don't seem to want to listen to me. So I guess the next time we will see each other will be in court.
Stop that crap! I haven't done a dang thing wrong. This is all your fault, so why do you think I have to listen to what you've said?
Andrew, please let me pay you for all the work you've done for me. This is like you doing work in the office right now, right?
You're fine, Amelia. I'm doing all this work because I want to. And we're only getting to the good stuff now. I'll make sure to get as big of a settlement as I can from her, so just you wait and see.
I'm looking forward to the settlement from her. But that and this are a bit different.
Alright, then let's do this. How about, instead of paying me anything for helping you through all this, you just accept my work as a present for giving birth to your daughter. Even after all this, you'll need to be keeping your money, So consider this my present to you.
Andrew, come on. You really are too nice.
Only to you, right? You may not be living with me in this house anymore, but I'll never love you any less than I have before. So even after this is over, know that you can always lean on me for anything. And I think this case will go great for us. I don't think there will be any way she could defend herself against us. And hopefully all of this helps Dustin out as well. I'd hate for him to get upset over all this.
I'm sure he'll be thankful for what'll happen to his sister. But before you start to worry about me and him, remember that you need to get married yourself. You have both a great face and a smart head on you, so you shouldn't let that all go to waste trying to hang on to me. I have a house of my own now, and my own daughter. So you should start looking after yourself a bit and stop worrying about me.
Alright. I guess I could do that. But you have to understand, this whole time my life has been about you and my work.
I know that. You did everything you could for me. And I'm very thankful for that. But that's also the reason why after this, I'd like you to stop worrying about me and Dustin and work on your own life more. That's what'll make me happy.
Alright. I'll make sure to find someone that I can focus all this love of mine onto that isn't you.
Great! I look forward to it.
There's no way this is happening. What was all of that? Why was nobody listening to anything I said in that courtroom? You think I should just listen to that idiot lawyer of yours and settle outside the court with you? Everything is acting like they're better than me right now. You are going to pay for this, you jerk! I'm not going to pay anything to you after this.
If you'd like others to listen to you, then perhaps you should listen to all that crap you plan to say before you spew it all out. I told you already that this is all due to your childish behavior and that I'd never forgive you for what happened. And like I said when in that ambulance, I told the police about all of this. I think you'll be taken away by them soon, so be prepared for that.
Taken away? You mean into custody? You were being serious back then.
I was. The way you acted back then was dangerous for my daughter and I couldn't let you get away with that. So in order to protect my daughter, I had to become your demon.
Don't you start acting like you're doing any of this to protect that kid. I'm sure the police won't be able to get me. My husband has a ton of money, and I'm sure if I asked him, he could bail me right out of there. My husband may be working overseas right now, but the company he's with is from overseas. He has to work a lot all the way on the other side of the world, but he makes bank doing so. I'll make sure to use his money any way I can, and I'll be back out on the streets to come and get you. Too bad for you, you dog. I'll remember this. I'll make sure that you burn in hell with that brother of yours and your baby.
Well, that husband of yours has asked for a divorce recently, so I don't think you'll be able to afford anything.
What?
I don't think you understand me yet. I told you that I'll do anything to become your demon, and that includes getting your husband involved. Actually, even before that, I had a look into you and your husband a bit more, and I found out you'd been cheating on him. The man you've been with is a handsome-looking bartender, right? Amazing. You go out to him to drink fine liquor, and then after that the two of you go out and make love behind your husband's back, right?
Why have you looked into my life that much? That's my private life, you! I could take you to court for that.
You're too late, though. You're in the middle of going through the court system as we speak. LOL. And before you try and get your husband to understand you, I've already talked with him and shown him all the evidence. He may be overseas at the moment, but he can still get a divorce. So thank you so much for making all your trips with that bartender so obvious. It really helped me get more evidence than I'd asked for. So with him knowing all of this, prepare to get an earful from him when he tells you the news. Your husband also knows about how all the money he's been giving you has gone into that bartender, so he has every right to be more than angry. But even if you hadn't cheated on him, he also knows about the procedure you got to stop yourself from having kids. I always knew you hated kids, but never thought you'd take away your own ability to have them. LOL.
You think he's just going to throw me away for all of that? There's no way he could do that to me so easily.
Well, you threw him out first, right? So I'm sure you won't only be getting divorced from him, but he'll be asking for a settlement as well. Good luck paying for all the damages you've caused. And I think I'll let you know this right now. I have no plans of going easy on you with the money I ask for. And even if you do lose everything, you'll still have to find a way to pay me. This is your direct path into hell. I hope you have a wonderful time. LOL.
No! This can't happen! I'm supposed to be on top! I've been to a great school and have an elite husband. Why won't anyone come to help me right now? Hey! Can't you at least let me off this once?
After that, Angie tried calling her husband to cry and apologize to him, but he wasn't having it, and they became divorced. She also tried to run and hide from the police in the courtroom, but they were able to grab her just in time and take her into custody, where she was then told she needed to pay us. Along with all of that, her family finally had their say in the matter, and everyone chose to cut ties with her. She was not charged with assault in the end, as I told my brother to let that one go, because I want to see her suffer in this society. However, this did not stop us from getting a restraining order placed on her, and so she is no longer able to come within 500 feet of my family and I. She's now trying her best to work a job so that she can start paying off all her debt, and so these days you can find her in dirty clothes looking as though she hasn't slept in weeks. On the other side of the coin, I'm doing well living life with my happy family, and every so often my brother comes over to play with his niece. He only just started to look towards his own future instead of mine, but he couldn't help staying away from his new niece. So I'm sure that my brother won't be getting married for a little while yet.